So in this lesson, I'm just going to go over the candlestick formations or candlestick patterns, whichever you would prefer to call it. And we're starting off with tweezer bottom and tweezer tops. As I said before, there's always a bullish and a bearish version. So there's always going to be two kind of types of everything. So a tweezer bottom is a potential bullish reversal pattern, and a tweezer top is a potential bearish reversal pattern. This pattern is a two candlestick formation, so it only requires two candlesticks and they are almost identical candlesticks. So as you can see here, both of these, they're very similar, and that's why it's called a tweezer bottom or tweezer top, because it's like two of the kind of identical things, and that would usually be at the bottom and that would usually be at the top. Again, as I said before, it always needs to be in a confluence. So if this was at a key level and also a trend line, then you know that that tweezer bottom does hold some significance, whereas if it's in the middle of nowhere, I would definitely not be entering a trade from it. But I wouldn't say that tweezer bottom and tweezer top is as strong of a reversal formation as the next one that we're going to go through, which is the evening star and the morning star. So these are a three candlestick formation with a doji in the middle and then a bullish or bearish candlestick either side, which creates this kind of strange star looking pattern. So with an evening star, we have a nice bullish candle and then a doji and a bearish candle. For me, I like for the bearish candle to engulf the bullish candle. That usually for me signifies that it holds more strength, that it's going to be a bigger drop coming up. But of course, even if it doesn't, like this here, then that can still be a definite evening star anyway. But there's just little things to look out for. Like if this morning star, if the bullish candle was actually a Marubozu and closed above the bearish candle, then that would be a stronger morning star. I know that it's more bullish. So there's just little things like that to look out for. And as I said, this is usually a stronger reversal sign than the tweezer bottom or tweezer top. And then next, I'm just going to show you a structure kind of pattern. So the head and shoulders isn't a certain amount of candlesticks. It can be any amount of candlesticks. It's structure pattern. So the head is always the highest point, or if it's an inverted head and shoulders, then obviously the head would be the lowest point. So with a head and shoulders pattern, there's three main things you're looking for: the shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder. Now I'm just going to explain how this works. So we start from the low over here and come up to create our higher high, which is the left shoulder, and then lower high, which then creates the head, which is the highest high. So the head will always break the left shoulder. If it doesn't, then it's not a head and shoulders pattern. Then we come back down for the low of the head, which would then come up to create the right shoulder, and we break the low of the left shoulder. So what that tells me is it's quite bearish. I'm definitely looking for sells as we've broke the low of the left shoulder. But at this point, I'm thinking, can we pull up and can we come back to the high of the left shoulder so that we can get our sells in? As you can see, after breaking the lows, it came straight back up and spiked into this zone here, which is the wicks of the left shoulder. So you'd have had a perfect sell got in there, and your target would always be back at the previous lows. So your target would have been down here, entry here, and stop loss just above the head, because if we was to come up and break above the head, then that would be an invalid pattern. This is a bit more of an advanced one, so if you are new to trading, you might not fully understand what I'm saying, but just feel free to take notes and do more research and just look at your trading view yourself and see if you can pick some out. That's all for the candlestick formations. Thank you.